Alright, so I want to start this off just by saying, we do live in dangerous times. It's important to look around you, see what's going on, think for yourself. I don't want to get political. I actively strive not to get political, but I do want to cover this issue. On the r/stalker subreddit, there was a post a few days ago about some guy in mercenary gear doing a cosplay, but also doing airsoft at the same time. It got a whole bunch of upvotes, at least a few hundred. I tried looking for it now after reading this second post, but I do believe it was actually taken down. I can't find it. I searched up a few keywords and it just was not popping up. So I'm assuming it's gone for good reason. So I woke up today and I logged into Reddit and I refreshed everything, as usually would. Reddit is, you can find some good information there occasionally, so it's not a complete wash. Much as I would like to say otherwise, believe me. Anyway, the post goes, "What is wrong with the Russian milsim?" In their posts in this sub, it was tagged under discussion and it had this to say before it just fucking goes, man. Anyway, it says this. Okay, so I had a small chat with guys in this majorly upvoted post about a Russian milsim event and understood that it deserves a completely separate post. If something, sorry for bad English because it's not my first language. He attaches the original picture from the original post. So, and anyway, he goes on to say a bunch of stuff, man. Like, it goes on and on and on. Like, there's at least fucking 1,000, 2,000 words at least that have been written in this post. Like, it was a fucking full-on write-up, man. This is some short story length dialogue. Like, this guy is passionate about what he wants to say and how he wants to say it, man. It's fucking crazy. I suppose to give it a relative summary, he just wants to give a lot of background behind why milsim is a huge thing, that a lot of children were excited to play these games in school as children. Then they grow up, the situation around them changes, things get shifted around, and now they can't do the same things that they used to be able to, at least as freely as they want to, without being jailed or some such shit. I'm really not 100% on the specifics here. He goes on to say that if you want to LARP or cosplay or play airsoft or anything, I don't know, that you run a real risk of being arrested or some shit. That's not really the point I want to hone in on here. I do agree with what he's saying, but he did raise a very valid issue here, and that is he started to dig into the guy who posted the mercenary cosplay post. He dug into him. He started looking him up on other socials, on VK, for example. Maybe he did on others too, but he looked him up, his same username, his same numbers, everything, and he found more information about him. And he found more information about him. Eventually, I suppose, it became enough for him to say, oh, this guy is actually a bad actor. We should air him out, expose him a little, do a little mini whistleblowing on the subreddit. Why not, right? He goes on to say that since certain types of political posts in favor of one side are no longer allowed, the users that would post them would get banned or that sort of thing, that these people want to try more subversive, underhanded tactics in order to, I don't know, try and influence the people on the subreddit. I'm not sure. As he says, so why are they distribute this media in Western internets? These seemingly apolitical forums. Because they want to stay relevant and present. And they are not allowed to do this in their usual manner of imperialistic pro-war hysteria. They would just be shunned and banned. So they exercise their old trick of gradual infiltration and gradual intrusion of their agenda. He goes on to say that he does understand there are plenty of Russians that actually frequent the site because they do love the game. You can't really get rid of that. There's regular people all over the world that have been affected by this. It's not fair to dehumanize them just because of the country they live in, you know? He understands that. That's why he's saying it. But he's also saying to be aware. The seemingly normal post you might find about a cosplayer might not be that at all. It might be something far more sinister. The original guy posted his name as Voenker94, and he took that name and he searched it. He reverse searched it. He used it on a VK, and he came up with somebody entirely different. A girl named Anastasia, and apparently this is linked to milsim activities. They are not too smart and discreet, he goes on to say. Any private investigator worth their salt would probably be able to find more damning evidence. This was just him using Google search for maybe 30 seconds, as he puts it. I don't want to take one side or the other here because it is important to say that people from both sides will love and continue to love the game. They will both continue to be parts of the community. In fact, it's even a shame, as of Russia's actions, that the citizens in Russia will have to resort to other tactics just to even play Stalker 2 at all, because they can no longer get it. So, just to reiterate for the 90,000th time, that fun, happy, innocent picture you see on the internet may not be as fun, happy, and innocent as you once thought. And it may be far more harmful than you could ever imagine. And for the other side of the picture, if you yourself are the one posting these images, you're saying, "Oh, I'm this amazing cosplayer. You know, check out my stuff." You know, people can reverse search it. People can do all sorts of things to trace you. So if you care about your safety, it would do you a good deal for you to take more care going forward. I'm not saying don't post whatever you want to post. You know, it's a free world, right? But you should just be mindful of what actions might happen if you do certain things. Anyway, I just wanted to throw this out there for those of you unaware. While this may have only occurred in the r/stalker subreddit, this may go on in other circles, other communities. And they may be things that we never truly learn about, because they may even get away with what they're doing. So, I guess in conclusion, be sharp, be safe. Keep a watchful eye on everything around you. Alright guys, take it easy.